Hi Year 2, we're going to do some maths again this week. We're going to do some worded problems that you can follow along with. At any time if you want to pause the video, hit pause and have a go, or you can follow along with me. We're going to do it on some paper, so I'm going to do it slightly differently. Okay, let's start with a 1 to 4. So the first question says, what is 1/3 of 15? So I know 1/3 looks like this. Now, the bottom number tells me how many hoops I need, so my bottom number is a 3. So I need 3 hoops. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to share my 15 around my 3 hoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so the key part of the question is 1/3. So it says at the top, or 1, so I only need to know what is in one of the hoops. So it'll count up in one of the hoops. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer to the question is 5. The next one says 35 add 13. So I'm going to need a number line. Haven't got my ruler with me, I wish I had. Here's my line. 35 at the start. I'm going to add 10. 35 add 10 is 45. And then I've got to do little jumps of 3. So I'm going to count on from 45, 46, 47, 48. I'm just going to show that I added my 1s there. So my answer is 48. Well, the next question says, what is 1/4 of these counters? Last week, I think it was, we talked about finding a quarter and we said we half a half. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line through my amount, and I can see that I've got equal parts to find a half. So I'm finding a quarter, so I need to now split my half in half. So I can see that if I did that, I've split my half in half. So then I have a count up. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 in my 1/4. So 4 is 1/4 of those counters. Right, last one. What are the missing numbers in the sequence? 2, 4, 6, something, 10, 12, something. I can recognise that that's counting in 2s. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So I need an 8 there and a 14 there. Okay, well done. Let's move on to our next set of questions. Okay, let's have a look at one of our questions. It says, here is a set of 12 pencils. How many is half the set? Okay, we've done this before. So I'm looking at making half. My picture isn't that easy to split in half just by drawing, because the pencils are a little bit all over the place. So I'm going to do it with 2 hoops. So I'm just going to have to move the paper a little bit so you can see the hoops. So there's 1, there's 2, and now I've got to share my 12 amongst the 2 hoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I'm just going to count up how many are in one hoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 pencils. Okay, so let's have a look at our next one then. So it says circle 1/3 of the apples below. Now we did this question earlier, but in a different way. The difference being that it wasn't pictures, but I just want us to have a little think about how it doesn't change. The only thing is we've got apples. So I'm going to have a count up and see how many apples we've got to start with. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So some of you, again, might recognise that you've got groups of 3 there, but also you can see going across, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got groups of 5 in lines going that way. So it looks like a little bit like an array, doesn't it? So I'm going to use hoops again to show this one. And then we'll talk about a slightly different way that we could see it based on those arrays. So it's 1/3. I need 3 hoops. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put my 15 into these hoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so it says 1. So I'm going to count up in 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer is 5. I wonder if you pause the video, have a little think about what might be 2/3. Okay, now 2/3, if it said 2/3, all I do is count up 2 hoops. So 2 hoops would be 2 lots of 5, wouldn't it? Which would be 10. Okay, let's think about arrays then. So we talked about earlier how we could see rows here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going across that way, haven't I? And I've got down here 1, 2, 3 going down that way. So you can see that that is actually showing me an array as well. So I've got 5 across the top and 3 down the side. So in total, 5 lots of 3 would give me 15. So, any point, pause the video, have a little go yourself, and let's move on to our next question. Okay, let's have a look at our last question. I'll read it to you. Abdul has some toy cars. He gives half of them to Ben. He has 4 toy cars left. How many toy cars did Abdul start with? I think I'm going to use bar model for this one, because I know that one of my parts, because it tells me here he has 4 toy cars left. Now, there's my top bar. I don't know what that is yet, so I'm going to put a question mark there. But what I do know is that half is 4, because it tells me in the question, because he's given half of them away. Now, if he's given half of them away, that means he must have half left behind, which is 4. Now, some of you might recognise counting in 4s. Now, to find my total, I need to double one of my parts. So 4 add 4 equals 8. So I know that my missing part must be 4, which means that my top number here is actually 8. So how many toy cars did Abdul start with? Well, if he gave away half, which is 4, he must have started with 8. So he had 8 toy cars. Okay, well done. Well done for having a go at those, and we'll do some more next week. I hope you had fun. See you soon.